So we have the right amount of flour and the right amount of fruits. This is a really, really good cake. Oh, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. We didn't take the eggs out. We are making fruitcake. We don't want to make it, but we're going to make it because we have to make it. It's already the 8th of December. We're very late. We both have colds, so if you hear sniffles, don't worry about it. The only people who are going to eat this is family, so they don't want our colds, they just don't eat it. And furthermore, it's going in the oven, so.
And we were steadfastly washing our hands throughout this whole process.
Okay, so we have a recipe.
And what a recipe it is. Just look at all those scribbles. I don't, honestly, so if you see me keep looking at the recipe like twice and 3 times, it's because I don't even know what I wrote down.
12 eggs. 12 eggs. 7. And I don't know if this, I wrote it, but then I made some changes to this recipe, so. You know what? Before I do this, I should be creaming. Alright. I very rarely pull out the big one, but today the big one is coming out. Good for stuff like this. And my mother has been watching this woman on TV, on YouTube, called Becky. Becky, my mother has made you a lot of money this Christmas season. Let me tell you, we are all sick of Becky right now. What is our show called?
Okay, so basically right here, Mommy is telling me, please don't talk about Becky or her channel on national TV.
Becky's offended, she could write in. What's her show called? The Homestead what? Acre Homestead?
Yeah.
Something. Becky does everything, okay? She does everything. She's not like us. She does everything. See, I gotta be like Becky. I gotta talk, Patty. I gotta keep talking. Nobody wants to hear nothing. Although my husband says Becky talks too much. And if you hear somebody in the background, that's my grandson. We have it on this show, this fruitcake show, but he's very boring. I don't know what he's doing. What is he talking about? The history of fruitcake. So, I don't know about y'all, but I can't have a Christmas without fruitcake. I mean, at some point you have to have fruitcake. It's just like, who does not love fruitcake? It's just unheard of to me. Hey, Mommy. Patty's struggling over there with them eggs.
We got too much water in
We're gonna get it.
the pan.
You could leave them right over there because we could probably have to pour that water out in 2 seconds when it gets.
And I'm always on the struggle bus with this mixer. I just want to do it the other way, and I just always struggle. Anyone else struggles?
Do it backwards. Put this on backwards. Gonna get my Christmas spatula. And we're doing, we have our butter. We're doing 2 pounds of butter. This is salted. I always use salted butter. You could use 1 salted and 1 unsalted if you want, but I always use salted. So. Nothing too hard. Pop them in for 10 seconds. Alright, we're going to pop these in the microwave for 10 seconds.
So what Mommy is saying, if you can't hear her, is in the Bahamas we don't even have to worry about this problem because we don't have central air conditioning. So your butter, you can't keep it on the counters. So it is be
Used.
Literally, you just take it out of the fridge and like in no time. You don't even have to worry about the microwave.
Yeah,
It's
in the
already
Bahamas
soft.
it is this will be melted. Beyond melted.
And we have sunshine. Take it out. Kind of late. You can put it outside. Oh, there's no time.
This is a little better. Let's get them in. I tell you, I do not advise having a cold. Not fun. Not at all. Alright. Okay, we got our 2 pounds of butter. Alright, and then we're going to do 2 pounds of brown sugar, which is easy. It's a whole bag, just a whole bag.
So while mommy is adding the spices and the baking powder to the flour and sifting it, I'm going ahead and I'm going to take out my fruits. I've had them triple bagged in a bag with rum, and I always use white Bacardi rum. Why? Because I grew up using that. We always had a free bottle every Friday of white Bacardi because my daddy worked at Bacardi and they gave him a bottle every Friday. So we never had to buy the white Bacardi. So we just always use that to soak the fruits. And it has worked, and that's what I still buy today. And so what I do is, instead of having to take out the container and constantly having to stir it to get all the fruits into the rum, I just keep the triple bagged thing. I take out all the air, and all I do is flip that bag upside down, sideways, flip it again every day, twice a day, so that all the fruits could get in the rum. And I find that works really well. And if you're worried about the alcohol, all of that alcohol is actually going to get taken out in the oven. It's going to burn away. So you're not going to have any alcohol to get you drunk. You're just going to have the flavor in your fruits. So unless you take raw alcohol and soak your already made cake, that's the only, and people do that. They soak their cake in and add alcohol to it raw, which then you will get some of the alcohol. But if you bake in it, if you soak in your fruits and bake in it in the oven, the alcohol is baked away. So you don't have to worry about that. If you're alcohol free, you don't have to worry about that. So people that gave up alcohol, they can have fruitcake as long as it's not soaked in alcohol at the end. It's safe. You won't get drunk and you won't have any alcohol. I promise.
Alright, so that's the eggs in there. There's a standard apple jelly jar that we use in the Bahamas. What brand is that?
It's English.
Anyway, so
Shivers.
we don't know.
And mommy is just taking out the fruit from
Now
the
that you say
actual
what size it is, we don't know. We just use the whole
rum
jar.
juice, basically, because you don't want it too wet. You want some of the juice, but you don't want like it too wet. So that's what she's doing.
We're lucky we found apple jelly, because normally we don't. But you could use apple sauce if you, which we have done, and it comes out nice. So you can do that.
I've used grape jelly before.
Yeah, mommy says she used grape jelly.
Whatever.
Actually, that might have been good. If you're worried about the sugar, you may also just don't make fruitcake, okay? If you're worried about the fat and the sugar, just leave it alone. Don't even bother. It's Christmas. You're supposed to have as much sugar and fat as possible. Let's save that jar. I'm gonna get the other one. So we're gonna use about a half.
that's about a half. So we're gonna do a half a jar of molasses. And if it looks curdled after you add the molasses, that's normal. Like, that is normal. Trust me, when you add the flour, that can smooth right out. Don't even worry about that. I literally have a whole new respect for Becky from the Homestead Acre, or wherever that show called, because I can't just keep talking. She don't shut up, and I don't know how she's do it now. Just need to fight with this mixer. This is... You need a big bowl for this. So who else was prepared for Christmas? Because we made gingerbread dough, but we still didn't make the gingerbread cookies. What else? You just put all your flour and then all the fruit? Yeah. Alright, so I can fold in the flour. You don't put all butter in one time?
The flour.
No. But we don't have any other wet ingredients, like no milk or nothing.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I have only respect for Becky because I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying.
No?
What am I supposed to be saying while I'm mixing? That's what she used to be saying when she's be doing stuff.
She just, that's why she's be talking.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Okay.
Well, give me a subject. Give me something to talk about. Talk about how this is happening. I chop up the nuts. Well, I hammered the nuts, and Mommy's not happy, so she's chopping them individually, one by one, to her liking.
When you put them in the chopper, they go like flour. And then
Yeah, some of mine was a little too much.
you don't want to fine. Chop. Some people don't like nuts.
Well, if you don't like nuts, I don't know what to tell you. Does the fruitcake have nuts?
I mean, of course, the Jamaicans, well, they do their own theirs. Their fruits,
Yeah, the Jamaicans grind up all their fruits, so you don't.
everything.
Theirs don't have chunks. And I believe every Caribbean island does it a little different. So, and you guess what? They all taste really, really good. I like to have the chunks. I don't know. I think it's what you grow up on. Whatever you grow up on, I think that's what you like. That's how that works. My hand mixer have 2 speeds, off and fast as hell. That's it. And while mommy's adding the fruits, I'm feeding my little kitties, my little babies. And this is the part that I always like mommy to do, because this is the part that she does the best. And my cousin Renee was wondering, how you know if you got enough fruits? Because hers kind of sunk in the middle. She said, sorry Renee, I'm out new on national TV according to mommy. But I don't know, mommy just does this part the best. Like, she just knows. And some things you don't know, you just feel, and you do it so many years until you have a feel of it. And so I always just refer this part to her. And I just watch, and hopefully one day I can do it exactly like her.
She can have the food. Now, baby.
She'll come home when she's ready again.
Come take this and let us smell it. And then just bribe and bring it this way. Don't spill it.
And I'll be sure to have the proper recipe clearly written down in the description box below.
How do you know when it have enough fruit?
Take it and drop it down.
All right, take it and drop it down and what?
You don't want it to drop too fast.
Okay. So tell me when you find the drop is right. So about a 2-second drop. So that's right to you?
This is just hit and miss.
What do you think? You think that's it?
I can put 1 or 2 for measure.
Okay.
Some people like it fruity and some don't.
I like it just how you make it, so I don't know. However you make it, that's how I like it.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
That's enough? Yeah, that look a little better than the last time. Oh, if it falls off, that's mine.
I'd say put 2 cups to it. That's good. Depends on how much fruits you have too. You know, sometimes you don't have enough fruits.
She didn't come out yet?
I have a big right there in front of you.
Come, baby. Did it go on, darling? Come. Come, baby. See the food?
Okay, that looks good.
Come, darling. All right, so we have concocted this. Mommy has a better system, but she have better pans. She already know. I just hooking up these pans. So we hooking up. We don't know what we're doing, okay?
She don't have the proper pans for cakes. I don't.
Mommy's do big ones. So I just want to get this batter.
No, I don't
out of the way.
always, but I have loaf pans, and a lot of them. Bigger loaf pans, like what you do bread in. I never. Oh, I gotta do that middle piece. Where's the big one?
Wait, let's see another piece. Here.
Yeah.
So tell me when to stop.
Okay.
Does he know?
Yeah. Smooth it out.
275. What should I set it out to test it?
To test it, what you mean? 275, right?
Right. I mean, how long it should be before we
Test it? Close to an hour, I guess.
might be small.
Yeah, I know. Fruits take, the bottom might be, I don't know.
Start with 35 minutes. And we'll just look at it.
Yeah.
Alright, let's clean up. Let's clean up and I will.
We're going to Canada Beach tomorrow, but we're not going today.
And we have all of this for next year. This is gonna stay in the fridge, but it has so much rum in it you can leave it out of the fridge, but this is, we'll just add to this for next year. So, you always have too much, but you'd rather have too much than not enough. We're gonna see, we don't want them to over bake. We don't want them to be not done either. So yeah, a little longer. So 5 more minutes. Let's check and see if these ones are, yeah. I wonder if I should take them out. I'll give them 5 more minutes. Well, I'll give them 3 more minutes. 3. Then I'll take them out and then I'll give the other ones a little longer. Alright, so I think the little ones are done. Oh, they're coming out pretty. Still not enough. Those ones are not enough done. So we'll leave them in 5 more minutes. If you use a knife, you most likely always will get a clean toothpicks or more. And I keep pulling out a raisin. So these are done. He's coming out. These will go in 5 more minutes. I think this should be done by now. This is our bigger ones. See if it comes out clean. Yeah. Clean. Because you don't want them to be, you know, I can feel the tops, or just, I'm just going to give them 3 more minutes, 2 more minutes. I know they're done, I just want the tops to be a little firm. Yeah, I don't want them dry, so I'm going to take these out now. Don't get burned. Alright, so now our big ones can go in. Okay, babies, do good. I will set this for at least 55 minutes.
And on top of buying the fruits, soaking the fruits, fruits are expensive, butter is expensive, making the cake, all of that. This is another reason why people just rather buy a fruit cake from somebody. Because literally, this was like 3.5, 4 hours of just baby in this oven, making sure you don't bake it too long for too high. Just touching, always checking, and it's a lot, but let me tell you, to me, there's nothing more worth it. Nothing.
So I saran wrapped my cakes after they cooled while they were still a little warm, and it's now the 4th of January, so from the 28th or so, and you can't eat your cake right away. In fact, it's probably not long enough. It kind of gets better as it sits. And this is the one in the bundt pan, and we had lined it instead of wasting these. Basically, these are parchment papers, so mommy lined it with the butter wrapper. And keeps it all moist. So let's see how it tastes. The hardest part is making sure you don't dry it out. You need it to be done, but you don't want it to dry out. All right, so all our parchment is off. And it's okay if it's crumbly. You know what? Nobody cares about the crumble. Some fruitcakes are more crumbly than others. I have a fork here, but I'm not even going to use a fork.
And my grandson was the filmer in this section, and didn't he do such a great job? Tell him he did a good job, Sky. Oh, I miss you. I wish you could come and film for me all the time.
What should I say? It's delicious. The fruits are crunchy, the nuts are crunchy. There's all those spices. Is it dry? No, this is not dry. Even though you might say, oh, it's crumbling, it's just because the fruits make it, you know, a little hard to hold together. But you see, that's moist. This might be the best fruitcake I ever made. And, what's good is if you look real good, let me cut another piece. Nothing settled to the bottom. The fruits are and the nuts are all the way through. So we had the right amount of flour and the right amount of fruits. This is a really, really good cake. If you've never had fruitcake, you just try it. Try it one time. You can do you can just do one. I don't know how you would do that. You would have to cut that recipe way down. But just try it. Like, I don't know how y'all don't eat fruitcake for Christmas. This is well worth all your stress and all the time. It was so good.
And y'all forgive me for drinking my Corona. I don't have no Calic, so I gotta make do with Corona. But if y'all wanna send me some Calic, I'll take it. Message me down below and I'll tell you how you can get it to me.